Well, hey everybody, welcome back to Neighborly Homestead. Tonight we're in the garage and just was doing some bagging, and I thought, you know what, I should probably set up the camera and just do a little video. It's been tough this past week. The weather's just been pretty lousy. We got a bunch of rain here, much needed rain, I should add. But anyways, we're at today's Friday, October 24th, and surprisingly we're still selling some firewood bundles or bags. We took our one roadside stand, the second one that we had, we took that down for the season, but the one that's in front of our shop, I'll leave that up year round. And I don't usually leave bags out this time of year, just because a lot of times if they sit, you know, the bags that I was using, the ones from Northern Woodsman, I'll show you one here. I only have about 20 of these left. I'll save them for the beginning of the camping season next year, just because I know they'll move a lot faster. But these fade, they turn white pretty quick, and after a little while of that, you can't pick them up anymore because they start to fall apart. So but when we were down at the Paul Bunyan show, we got some new bags, and thanks to Russ Willie from Willie's Firewood, Cord King brought these down from St. Boniface Bag. You can find them online, but they won't ship these to the US. So with the help of Cord King and Russ, we're able to get them over here. These are a UV resistant bag. They're slightly bigger. I think the red ones from Northern Woodsman, I think, are 21 inches by 25 inches. These are, I believe, 24 by 24. You know, so they fit a little bit looser. Not really a big deal. I fill the bagging station up, and then I usually put one or two pieces, about 2 pieces extra into the bag, which I think before with the red bags, I was only doing about 1 piece, but with these being a little bit bigger, you know, I'm not really afraid to throw in an extra piece from what I was doing before. The bags are slightly cheaper, and if they're going to last longer in the sun, that's kind of my biggest thing with these. I just wanted something that would hold up in the sun better. So try not to have my back to you. Guess I'll do a bag or two like this, and maybe I'll move the camera over here to the side. So like I said, we've got a whole bunch of rain this week. Not as much as they said we were going to get, but it was lake enhanced off of Lake Erie. For any of you that are familiar with that, we get pounded with lake effect snow in the winter. And not too often, but there are some times where we get what they call lake effect rain, and it's pretty soaking, but it's also unpredictable. Just like the snow bands are, you never know. Stuff can move around, and so like I said, surprisingly, we're still selling bundles this time of year. It's this will be the first year that I'm putting bags out this late, but they're still selling. And my theory is, I guess if they're selling, we should keep putting them out. I don't know. I don't like it when they fall over, but I don't know about you guys, but if the sales are going or happening, you've got to have the product there. My dad's always said the phrase, you can't sell anything with an empty wheelbarrow. And I would take that one step farther and say you can't sell anything with an empty wheelbarrow unless you're selling wheelbarrows. Well, these bags have a little bit different drawstring on them. They seem to hold up okay, yanking on them, but move the camera. Those are what we're making so far. You can kind of see the size just with my hand on there. So don't mind the mess in the background. Garage usually tends to be a catch-all. So we had a really good year with the roadside stands and selling wood out of them. I think this has been our best year. This has definitely been our best year yet. And as of right now, as far as volume of wood that we've moved, our one stand, I didn't start putting any loose wood out in it until the week after New Year's, so beginning of January. And we didn't sell too much of that before the camping season started. I think maybe 4 or 5 racks of wood, maybe $20 racks. But anyways, like I said, we're towards the end of October right now. And my last tally, we were just over 10 full cord. So 30 face cord of firewood, just out of 2 roadside stands. So that includes all the bundle wood and the loose wood. It does not include the kindling. But I don't know. I know there's a lot of you guys out there that move a lot more wood than I do, but I'm pretty happy with our little setup and working full time and just doing this as a little side gig. I mean, it's done way better than what I ever expected it to. Thank the good Lord for that. So some of the stuff I'm bagging right now is kind of small for this time of year, but it was the next basket on the list for in the row. So I guess that's just how it goes. You're gonna get what I have. So this is all a mix of ash and maple. Some of it did get a little wet with the rain, but it'll get it outside in the wind. The next few days is going to be halfway decent out. Get it to dry out again. We need one more little one in there. So, and going back to the Northern Woodsman bags, I'm not talking bad about them at all. Northern Woodsman has been great to deal with. I like the bags. They're a nice quality bag. The price isn't terrible. The shipping is kind of what gets you. But that's the case with anything nowadays. These shipping carriers and stuff have just kind of raise their rates and stuff accordingly. But it seems a little crazy at times, but my only reason for wanting to try something different. Price wasn't even a factor. And in my opinion, if you got a bag that would last longer in the sun, it could be the same price, if not a little more, and I'd buy them. So yeah, I figured this was a good little Friday night project. Get some of this wood bagged up and get it in the stand tomorrow. And yeah, I got a bunch more cutting and splitting I need to do. I got a bunch of stuff that's already cut. Hoping to be able to get some video footage of doing some splitting this weekend. As long as the weather does what it's supposed to do. But it's kind of nice. It's only like 40 degrees outside. Wet because it's been raining. I got a fire going in the wood stove in here in the garage. Right now I think it's thermometer over by the stove says 81 degrees. I'm down to a t-shirt and I'm almost sweating. But I'll take it. Rather be doing it in here under the lights and in the heat than outside in the cold damp air. 'Tis the season, I guess. So I've got trying to keep up with the firewood stuff. Holiday season is kind of coming. Got to do some rebottling on some maple syrup. Got a few people that want some. I got to get some. As of right now, I've got some gallons and a whole bunch of half gallons left that's already bottled. What I have to rebottle is stuff that we put in the mason jars. Just because usually we do that either for ourselves or just for a more of a bulk storage. And then I rebottle out of the mason jars, like big jars, half gallons and stuff. So got a bunch of that to do. So any of you that have possibly, if any of you have reached out to me about syrup, I haven't forgot about you. I need to get some other stuff taken care of here pretty soon. I'll be doing the syrup. So we're getting it, getting it in some different containers, and holidays are coming. People usually like to get gift size stuff for Christmas and whatnot. And so this tote wasn't full when I started tonight. It was a little less than half, I'd say. Probably what I should do one of these days is do a live doing some of this stuff in the garage and just, I don't know, I guess get Sarah in on it. She could read the comments to me while I'm doing something, maybe. I guess let me know in the comments if you guys would want to watch anything like that, or if you'd show up to a live. I know sometimes it's nice doing a live or watching a live when somebody's actually doing something. They're not just sitting around talking. Sometimes it's nice both ways, I guess. But like I said, let me know in the comments if you'd watch it, or let me know too. I guess let me know what kind of time frame or anything would work best. I don't know. Everybody's schedules are different. But this bagger that I made, it's working really well. I've been really happy with it. One thing I did do, I don't know if I could see it in the camera here or not, but this bolt that the thing swivels on, I loosened that up a bit. I kept keeping it tight, and then it'd get to the point you couldn't swivel the thing around. And then I think it loosened up on me a little bit on its own, but now it's kind of settled into its own little spot. When you don't have it hanging on the stand, the swivel is super loose. But just with the weight of the bucket hanging on there, there's enough friction between them steel flat washers that it stays put. So that's kind of nice because it makes it easy to swivel when there's nothing in it. But I'm just glad that I don't have to keep readjusting it or anything. So I wasn't sure how many bags I was going to make tonight. I was only going to probably do like a half a dozen or a dozen maybe. But I figured, you know what? I got this half a basket of wood. I might as well just finish it. And then I got another empty tote to go and fill up. So got a handful of totes I need to get filled. Tried to buy some more totes the other day in an auction online. They weren't very far from home at all. There were 6 of them. 5 out of the 6 were the tall tote, which you don't find them too often. You know, not too many times do you see those. No idea what was in them. I don't really care about that because I just wanted the baskets. And I thought I was doing good. And then somebody right at the end started bidding against me. And I bid them. My last bid was $35 a piece. The downside to the whole thing, there was a 15% buyer's penalty, and then you had to pay 8% sales tax on top of that. So, and yes, you're paying the sales tax on the buyer's premium, or buyer's penalty, like I like to call it. So at $35, that brought them up. They would have been just shy of $50 a piece, which is the most I would have ever paid for a tote. Because 90% of the totes I have were the right price, and that was free. I have a few. All the big totes that I do have, I have bought. But most of them were in the beginning when I started with totes. And I think I paid $25 a piece for them. I bought a dozen of them. I should have bought 3 dozen of them or 4 dozen. But the guy had them too, but he doesn't get them anymore. Last I knew, he had raised the price way up. But I don't know. Good things come to those who wait, I guess. Just wait and see if I can get some more free ones at some point. If you guys saw my last video running the 550 XP, the end of that I did a couple shout outs on some magnets. I have a whole bunch more stickers that I need to make into magnets. Stuff that I got from pretty much a lot of people at Paul Bunyan show. So I'm just working on them little by little. Stupid stink bugs. They're everywhere this time of year. But yeah, I got a whole lot of stickers I need to get put on the magnets and get them on the cabinet and show you guys what they are. So hopefully soon here I can do that. But let's try to get these bags finished up. Well, there we go, guys. We got 13 bags made and the 14th one right there in the bagger. I gotta go outside and get a couple pieces, top that one off once I slide it off of there. But anyways, just want to say thank you guys for watching. Appreciate you swinging by. I know this is probably going to be just a quick short video of me doing something boring. But appreciate you coming along. Like I said, I'm going to be working on those magnets here soon. We're doing some more splitting videos and some more cutting, trying to get baskets filled up before we get the white stuff. So I guess we'll catch you guys later. We'll see you on the next one. Take care.